Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. City on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I don't understand it, how they got so timid. Told them I would do it and I overdid it. I don't do the bass cause I don't got the minutes. Pull up nothing teeny so they know who in it. Shorty cutting up, it must be retrograde. 80s Cuban collar with the retro fade. Baby cut from Mexico to whip German. And she down to wet it while the spliff burning. They don't want no static, better get the signal. Earning all these coins, it ain't coincidental. Tell them free the doggies, keep them out the kennel. With my same roadies, whipping different rentals. Baby girl, what's your sign and what that steez do? Say got a little bit of cash, but can he please you? Started in my DM, I might make her BM. Wavy's 80 stunting, you should come and see him. Piling paper, got him talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. City on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I done cracked the code, yeah, I'm a hacker now. Gotta let them see it, I whip back around. I don't need your wifey, she a pass around. They don't need to know it when I'm back in town. Bank teller greet me by my first name. Sending shots but got the worst aim. Seen him out here looking like he hate cash. Treat that little like a face mask. They don't want no problems, they don't want equations. We keep that same energy on all occasions. More life to my enemies, won't stop the vision. But I do not compromise with competition. All my be sounding like it look like. These be rapping for them book likes. Alkaline charge like a battery. How they got the minutes to be mad at me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. City on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
I need to tell you, unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to know me then, she like me now, that's funny timing. Eyes been on that prize, I copped that cribbo for that timepiece. I'm trying to see the globe and sell out shows until the flight leave. They wanna ride my ties, but they ain't even ride or die, please. But I've been short on time, been in the prime of my prime, easy. I said I never changed and leveled up, I guess I lied, yeah. Off that strain of potent just to feel like I'm alive, yeah. Mix that with that potion just to feel like I'm that guy, yeah. So know the one you talking to, you way outside your line, yeah. Go against the tribe, you lose your... Let me not even say this. I just ran out of my patience. I just got tired of waiting and got here myself. Want me to believe in the dream that they see for themselves but still doubt in themselves. They might as well light up the L. High top on 10 toe, drip retro. Talking major plays, hella high tech through the getro. Pin game, pin petrol. Just set it in the flesh hole. Send a text mail to give a wet clothes. On the vapor wave to make a drip drip with the left lobe in the left stroke. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. Yeah. Flex up. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. I need a bag. Flex up. I need a tag, yeah. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Ayy, come from the pit, I'm out of the trench, my nigga, we look at the dread, my nigga, we ran, she all on my way. I never let them play me, but they claiming the lines until I'm goated, I'm going off. Loyal to my soil and the culture, I'm that chosen one. I just got a bag, she wanna I think she know I'm star. I can't do no wrong, look in her eyes, she wouldn't know I'm scarred. They try to justify me going up like they don't know he raw. Off of that doge, just what they told you, I'm never sober. Gripping the split for the chip on my shoulder, trying to decode this. They label me thug, I keep it a buck, I don't give a fuck about it. Out of the mud, it's showing me love, my nigga, what's up? Out of my way, bitch, I need the paper. What you want, I mean, I know later. I keep it short with the conversation. Out of my lane, the coupe got a brain in the cockpit with no hands on it. I've been the man with the plan, homie. Flip that to the man with the bands on me and a passport with the stamps on it. Flex up. Yeah. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. Yeah. Flex up. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. I need a flex up. I need a tag, yeah. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love.
Confidence. When I got we roll like hips and take a sip on it. Take a trip on it. When I got you can go slow. Wind it up all night. Baby, take your time. Let me know I want. When you turn me around, I want. When the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going. Like bum bum bum. Throw it back then. Cigarettes and the season, shine bright as that season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. We know like me, we know shine bright like royalty. We know stick keep a day.
not say what's wrong or right. No. It's not hard to fool me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good.
You are now tuning in to TNJ Radio Show.
What is cracking? You muted.
Back in the building, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, let's take a little second, man, and share this video real quick, man. Let's get share. But for the people who's on here for the first time, my name is LeBron J, one part of TNJ Radio.
William A. Thomas here. We back.
Yeah. So yeah, but let's if you're on here, man, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and also share right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna share it too, because YouTube trips.
It seems like every day they're making all these changes. So
Yeah, I don't get a lot of notifications from a lot of YouTubers I like to follow.
right.
Let's see, 10. Yeah. How was the week, man?
That was a good week. I've been out here punishing myself out in them gym streets, trying to get my Michael B. Jordan on, get my Michael B. Jordan back.
What do you mean by that?
You don't know? I used to be ripped up. No, I wasn't ripped up, but yeah, just out there, trying to, work a little bit on my health. You know what's kind of crazy? Nowadays, what they do is, instead of having accountability and things like that, there's a group of people who promote just like, hey, just love yourself however you are. Like I saw this health magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It had this woman, and she was big.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the new healthy. And I'm sitting there like, what are y'all talking about? But I'm like, y'all took it too far. 40's the new 30 and stuff like that. But like, this woman had to be like 275 pounds, 5'6". You know what I mean?
Oh, diabetes waiting to happen, huh?
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you should love yourself, as a person. No one should be bullying you or any of that, but like we got to be honest with ourselves. Like if you're walking around with that weight, it's usually putting stress on your organs. You might have internal stuff going on.
Yeah, that happened. I remember Monique made a whole career off it. Going after people, calling them skinny bees. She made a fortune. Was the right prototype for that movie Precious.
Mm.
And then soon as she
was still big for that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Monique done lost weight so it seemed like forever.
Yeah, she bought that life. You know why though? Because her husband called her out, and she said this in the video. She said, he just flat out said, I care about you and I want you around, and she actually lives the life where a lot of women, they said she's a sellout, but she says her husband is her king, and she follows his direction, and she's doing a lot better health wise because of it.
Well, let me tell you this. One of my motivations is that I'm going to be making these millions and billions, and I don't want to die and my wife be spending it on some new guy. Let me look over to the left. She gave me an eye roll, but no, I'm serious. I got to get the health together. You know what I mean?
Oh man, no comment on that, man.
I don't want her spending the money on the 25-year-old.
You don't want her spending the money on her high school sweetheart. You bet. Ain't that funny though? I mean, it's interesting, man. When somebody can be with somebody for so long, and then at the end of their life, they get with the high school sweetheart. What's the husband that? I'm like, I ain't gonna say.
I'm always there for you.
I know I ain't gonna say the name, but they're probably watching right now. But they every time I go to the house, man, there's somebody like, oh yeah, this is my friend from high school. I'm like, you're 60.
Oh man,
You about to be 70 years old. Talk about got some high school friends at the house. Like, oh, this is my high school friend.
Man.
But anyway, you know who you are.
If you know he's talking about, put a one in the continent.
Oh man, I was on social media today, man. Was it a postcard or was it snowing in Pittsburgh, man? What was it, man? Was it real?
Man, this thing came out of nowhere. Like I was out at like 6 a.m. My mind's up early, going to the gym now. Now I'm obsessed. But the first thing it just had like this like shimmering sound. I know shimmering's not a noise, but that's the only way I could explain it. It just sounded like glad, like magic or something like that. I felt like I was in the middle of pixie dust, and then next thing you know, it just came. Roads got white and stuff like that. I drove home; they were filled. There was car accidents.
Oh man, that's horrible, man.
Yeah, sucks to be up here in Pittsburgh.
Man, let me tell you, I had the sunroof open today. I can't call that.
Man, shout out to all the snowbirds who are smart enough to be able to have a Florida home.
Oh man, yeah, it's nice down here. I mean, it rained, but for the most part, I love this time of year down here, man. The summer's really hot, but we got 6 months of nice weather. You know what I'm saying? Man, my week. What's my week? Well, watching kids, chilling in the house, man. Man, got the wisdom teeth taken out, man. I ain't been the same since, man. Should never done it.
Mm.
But it's all good.
And so, all right, your minivan, you been to the pump to fill it up?
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately. And not laughing, I'm just trying to keep from crying.
Man,
Yeah, it's bad, man. What is it up there, man? It's down here. It's like I think it's 439 regular.
If it's 439 regular down there, I'm scared to see what it is up here. I haven't filled up today. You know, the gas it changes on a day by day basis now. It used to be like every quarter, every year or something like that, but it's a new thing every day. Last time I checked, it was like 439. But if you're saying in the South it's 439, I'm scared to go look.
Man, it's crazy down here, man. Speaking of gas prices, obviously we talked about Joe Biden blames the high gas prices on Russia.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard about Mr. Pete. It's, Stephen Colbert basically said we should get some Teslas to save gas. Now, the problem I have with that, the average income in America, what for a family is like what $52,000 or something like that, right around there, give or take.
Right.
I just paid 3 cars off. A lot of people's holding on to their cars, not trying to buy any used cars anyway, because used cars prices going up. There's a shortage on there on new cars, and Teslas. I don't know, man. It's $45,000. Now we're looking at a budget. We're talking about budget, right? You shouldn't get a because you're going to have to get a car loan, obviously.
Right.
You shouldn't get a car loan past 10% of your income, correct, Mr.
Yeah.
Finances?
Yeah.
So if you're getting a car for $45,000, how much would be the payments on there? Roughly.
45,000 if we're going by, because they here's the funny thing, what they do. You remember car loans, they used to be 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they increase them to 5, and now they do 7. They might hit you with the mortgage plan, because remember a certain comedian, it was Steve Harvey, and he said it on his radio show. He gave some bad advice before. He said, "Don't worry about the interest rate. Just worry about the payment." And here's why that was bad advice, because yeah, you can budget in the payment costs on a car, but what they do is they just stretch these loans out. So on a $45,000 car, it's going to end up, for 7 years you're going to be looking at $450 to $450 or more, depending on your interest rate. If you got the terrible loan, you might find yourself paying $600-700, per month.
Right. And
Or let me put this in perspective, okay? My first house was it was $80,000. I had a mortgage for $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
30-year mortgage. A mortgage was $383. Now, this was including the insurance, escrow, for taxes and stuff. But the real mortgage was probably like $200 and, maybe like $290, something like that, almost $300 based off of 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So just reduce that down to, 7, and the number ends up getting a whole lot higher.
Yeah, so you have the price of the mortgage, and then you don't know what you're dealing with. I mean, you just met somebody who had a Tesla, right, or electrical car, right? And you were telling me the setup of the house, but so how does that? I'm really confused about electric cars anyway. You know what I mean? Like, how dangerous are they? You know what I mean? Like, when it's raining outside, if it's lightning, I mean, if you lose the electricity during your drive somewhere, like how does that work?
Well, I remember, you know what? It's funny because I was talking to a guy. He had his, I forgot what this car was. It was an Audi, but it was a fully electric Audi. And, he had it charged in his garage. And he was talking about how, he likes it, but there's not a lot of charging station. And he's like, when I go on a long trip, I get kind of scared because, they say 280 miles on his car, but once you get up there, you're kind of rolling the dice, so that speaks to the point that, okay, look, electric may be fine way in the future, but we're not anywhere near ready, for that.
Right. Not a lot of hookups. You remember when there was a crave with hoverboards, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of fires in the house.
Yeah.
Can you leave this electric car in the garage? Would it blow up? Would it blow your house up? I mean, because I heard there was like a lot of follies, if you will, in regards to these electric cars.
Right. And you know what? You're right. Because we already have cell phones that are blowing up in people's pockets, from the batteries. So I'm pretty sure that, there's stories. I mean, I've seen some of them in the past. It never really mattered because you're thinking like, well, there's not a lot of electric cars. But now, what's his name? Booty Gay or whatever. He's saying, what is that? How you say it? I don't know. Whatever his name is, Pete. He's saying, buy a Tesla, okay? And the problem is, and this has been going on with the elites for a while. They have this rich person mindset that they think applies to everyone else. They're like, man, if you run out of food, just put it, have your delivery person come fill up the fridge or something like that, but if you don't have money, they're basically the equivalent of the great saying, let them eat cake. If there's no bread, then let them eat cake.
Right. Gas prices going up, like you said, and think about the electric bill now. Like if there's a big supply and demand and everybody gets electric cars now, what's going to happen to the electric bills? You're going to charge it up at your house before you go in. What happens when it gets too hot? What happens when it gets too cold? How does that react, to your car? What about the maintenance? The maintenance of the cars. We have these old cars. A lot of people get cars passed down to each other, and you get the new transmission. You kind of know what the maintenance is going to cost when you have a certain car. Now, if you got a car that's $45,000, and where do you get it fixed at? For one, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't see too many mechanics fixing Teslas around here. And how much are the parts?
Right. And you know what? What if you live in California? Right. The hellhole with the ground that shakes under you. You in California where they have those rolling blackouts and stuff like that.
Right.
If you ain't charged up, you just out of luck.
I'd be scared as heck driving in a storm. You'd be like boom boom. Like what do you do with the car? Do you still drive the electric car? Do you gonna get energy, or is it like Thor?
Oh man,
what's going on? I need to know. We need some answers. Anybody who's watching this guy Tesla, let us know. I don't know, man.
Let us know if you got the Mjolnir version. We want to know.
I don't believe y'all, but we need more people.
But it's just a rich person mentality. They have the money, and they assume that everybody just has the money to do all these things. And like you said earlier, when you're looking at averages, if you average out someone that has $120,000 with someone who has $110,000 with someone who has $10,000, The average is 60K.
Mm-hmm.
The person has 10,000. They're not close.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just interesting how they do that. I remember, I put up a post on my Facebook today. I thought it was funny. It was a picture of a Tesla van that was filling up at the gas station.
Yeah,
I was like, that's the mindset of the U.S. government.
and just thinking about this, like we don't know what they're preparing to do. What if they start, having something in, because I don't know if you could tap it and change the frequency or go online and can start driving it with your computer or something. You know how we getting hacked out here.
Yeah.
What if they put like a signal in there, basically, like if you got a warrant, then the car drives right to the police or something like that. We don't know
what are those things called on like it's always on like the movies, the cartoons. It's real, but the things that like knock out the it starts with an E. Anyone know? Put it in the comments. Like they always EMT or something, or something like that. When they're like, all right, we're going to knock out their electrical. We're going to launch a EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Thought of it myself. What if someone launches one of those? You're just out of luck there.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions out there.
Marlon knows. That's a military man there, but he was over there developing that stuff.
Hey, shout out to Marlon, man. His show is funny as heck, man. If y'all ain't down with his show, what is it called? Is it Marloco or Marlon? Even I don't know if it's have his whole name on it, but
it's Marlon Avant. But Marloco is the man.
Yeah, his stuff is funny, man. Definitely check that brother out, man. They be having me rolling with them girls. he be going in on his little stories about his relationships, man. and the hair hat.
Don't watch it while you're driving.
So Marlon need a whole hair hat brand, bro.
New channel name is Morpheus on YouTube. So
yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, he was talking about what was that? Did you watch the one he was talking about? Brittany Grant. I think did he do one with Brittany Grant yet? I think he did.
I didn't catch it yet, but he said he got more hair hat footage.
He is hilarious.
Yeah, he be setting these stories up, man. It's just great. Like you ever have the uncle that's telling you like these great stories. You just sitting there like I be sitting there listening. I'm like, man, where's this going to go?
Man, I thought he was the simp of the year until I heard my cousin's story. Oh, there's some real simps out there, man. Once one come out, everybody come out, man. Everybody tell their stories, man. Simp. We need a simp hall of fame.
Man.
He did it so we won't have to go through that. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
He brought up a real good point, and I'm gonna just put it on the screen real quick, because once you guys sit there and think about this, it's 5:00. You just got off of work. You go to the gas station. What does it look like? Everybody's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's there getting gas. Sometimes you might have the car behind the car and everything like that. What I heard is that when you're charging these cars, most of them take at least 20 minutes. So what would that look like?
Especially when you're in Homewood or the hood or somewhere, or down here in them hoods. Oh, heck no.
Oh, man.
You getting robbed, bro. That's too long, man. See, when you get the gas, you get it in and out. Like, 20 minutes? Oh, man. They got to fix that.
They need
it gotta be like a laser tag, when you just go over there like doo doo and just start. It takes like 2 seconds to fill that gun back up, huh?
Here's what they'll probably do when the technology gets there. They're going to be like, we can give you the fast charge, but you're going to have to pay a little more.
Just like a club.
Yep. So
it's like a club. Clubs, man, especially down here, you gotta pay to sit down. You pay to get in, and then when you get in there, you gotta pay to sit down. Ain't that crazy? They wild for that, man. Anyway, so yeah, Joe Biden, man. He said he's blame. So you're saying he's blaming the prices on Russia? Do tell.
On Russia. So recently, and I had the clip. I don't know how I delete it. If I could find it, I'll pull it back up. But yeah, he just said that I can't do much with the gas prices because of Russia. And I'm sitting there like man, you just lying to our face.
Didn't we have the Keystone open with
Yeah, so
the pipeline?
that was day one. Yeah, well, before we go into just picture this, okay? And this is a real life story. When I was growing up, elementary, middle school, we had a little garden. It seemed bigger because I was small, but we had this garden, like my dad was learning how to do it. He had a neighbor that taught him, how to do everything, till the land and all that. Get the minerals ready, get the soil good. We plant, water, everything grows. Never had food like that. Like we had to give most of that food away. We had greens, we had beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Sounds like a song, but yeah, we really had all of that. And then so imagine if my dad were to say, we're going to get rid of the garden. Okay, we don't need that. I don't need to keep doing that. We're going to shop exclusively at Giant Eagle, and Giant Eagle's the only thing with a mouth. Or Giant Eagle's the closest food store, and the next one is maybe miles down. And he gets into an argument with the owner of Giant Eagle, like, "Hey, boy, don't shop at Giant Eagle no more. We ain't messing with them." That's basically what's happening. 10% of our oil input is it's coming from Russia. So when this administration has done everything that they can to move us from being a energy independent nation. Shut down the Keystone pipeline. They, it's ironic. A couple days before Russia, invaded Ukraine, he goes and stops like the permits on federal lands. I'm like, man, what are you trying to do? Is this all on purpose?
So I guess we're trying to hurt them with sanctions now. McDonald's and Starbucks is actually leaving out, and Coca-Cola is leaving out of Russia, right? You hear about that?
It is, but I don't like where that's going. It's like going into this social credit system thing. Like if you're not doing the right thing, then you get punished. And it's like, well, what is the right thing? So I mean, you're not going to punish the Russians by not buying their gas. Especially when they have China, India, they have bigger buyers. But who's getting punished? The middle class. Well, at the end of the day, they're just right. It is affecting the prices, but the prices were already high. They've done everything. I remember people like Robert Kiyosaki saying years ago that they're trying to get rid of the middle class. They're going to keep printing out the money to devalue it, so it ends up like depleting people's savings. It's not going to deplete it in total, but your savings aren't worth as much.
Now, is this going to mess up? Because I heard ever since Putin started this war that people's stocks went down. So I wonder, is McDonald's stock going to go down? And because they have 847 locations in Russia, and I think it was like what 9% of their income.
Oh wow!
For the revenue, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that I'm wondering if they're just leaving the buildings there, and if they do that, are they going to end up getting looted and robbed and stuff?
Mm.
Who knows? But that's that's not. I don't think that's the smartest of moves. I mean, first off, I'm not saying whether the war going over there is right or wrong. There's an ongoing conflict. There are facts behind this, and this is going back, a while back. It has to do with certain things in 2014, has to do with certain things from the U.S. Soviet Republic, and and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like this thing to where you get to pick and choose, and we're getting half that. We're not getting all of the news.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
ever, and you saw the fake stuff that they had. So that
Mm-hmm.
we have that. So we don't know what's real or not. The people in Ukraine, they're getting fake news. The people in Russia getting fake news. I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is a interesting time, man. I mean, I'm not saying this is the worst time that's ever happened in United States history, because there's been pretty bad times every decade. But this is interesting, man. Or you think we're going to go into some type of World War III? You think eventually we're going to have to jump in this, or you think Joe Biden just going to uh, continue to watch?
I think that Joe Biden doesn't really, whenever you're dealing with the left, the thing is never the thing.
Mhm.
So the war with Russia, it's not necessarily about the war with Russia. You got to look at where they doing behind the scenes. Like they're trying to, one thing they're trying to get that ghost gun bill, passed. What else behind the scenes? They're using this as an opportunity to be able to weaken the middle class a little bit more. Same thing with the Cody stuff. The thing is just, it's never the thing. They just use the thing going on to, push their agenda. And, I think that Joe Biden is definitely in bed with the globalist one world government agenda.
Yeah. I mean, then you have in the '70s around when Nixon was in office, and Carter with what was his name? I can't remember the guy's name. But they took us off the gold standard, and then
Mhm.
they went over there and basically said, use U.S. dollar and we'll protect the oil. I don't have a problem with going over there and getting oil. I remember Trump said that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go over there, you need we need the oil. So, but a lot of people was against it. I mean, I didn't believe in the war when Bush went over there. Basically finished the job of his father. I didn't believe in that because anytime you have war. Now I believe in low taxes. That's what I believe in. I believe you should lower taxes. Um, but I also believe, and goes in history. Anytime there's a war, even way back in Egyptian days, you raise taxes for the war, and that's one thing that he didn't do. Bush, you know what I'm saying? He lowered the taxes, then went to war, and then we had that crash, and it was bad.
Uh,
Um,
you're talking about W, but man, we were prospering under HW.
which one?
The first one.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
Look at the economics that here out.
no, 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 no. This is what happened. Uh, we were prospering in the '80s with under Reagan, right? And then once everybody start like all the businesses start crashing at the end of the '80s, that's when a lot of them billionaires was killing themselves, going to jail. And then when Bush came in, remember he said there was going to be no new taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not going to raise the taxes and all this other stuff. Read my lips. He had to raise those taxes because of the economy.
Mm.
And the only time things actually changed in that time is when the Republicans, which took them 30 years to get the office, get the House and the Senate. It was the new Republicans. They are the ones who brought the surplus. It wasn't Bill Clinton, but it was Newt Gingrich, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
But it was bad. It started getting bad around Bush time. Because if think about it, man, people vote on their wallet, bro. If 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 it was booming when Bush was in there, he would have got a second term. If you notice, any time in history when there's a new president, it's because the economy's crashing and people's losing money.
Mm.
That's why they took a chance on a black man. You know what I'm saying? It was so bad that it's like, hey, we might as well pick somebody black. He could do better than anybody else right now, huh? And then the economy, what's the name? Obama didn't have a good recovery. It was like one of the worst recoveries, and that's why everybody tried to Trump, basically, you know.
Right.
And Trump would have had a second term if it wasn't for the coronavirus that because they forced the lockdown. You remember Congress? They had to get the economy down because if the economy was booming during the election, he would have got in again. So that's why right now, you notice Corona pretty much went away. You notice that, right? Nobody talking about it because this is election season.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. So there's two different ways that people are looking at, like the economy wasn't booming, but the deficit was low. Mm-hmm. But on the other end, like domestic, the GDP, the income wasn't coming in, but they were doing kind of like the equivalent of, I guess, just cutting costs.
Well, Reagan spent a lot of money on the that Star Wars thing. You remember he was talking about having guns in space? He was spending a lot of money on stupid stuff like that, and he spent a lot of money. Oh, I didn't even see you at the show.
Ironic.
But, he spent a lot of money, man. Like if you go in, Republicans spend a lot of money on like military. They don't spend it on like social programs, but they spend a lot of money. And Bill Clinton, the reason why he had a surplus is because of Newt Gingrich, because all the stuff that they were taking away, Democrats don't take that away, like child care. They was getting money for child care and all that stuff. They took that away, and more people had to get a job around that time, and so there was people were getting jobs. And then the dumb thing that Bill Clinton did was he actually started the what you call that, the crash in 2008. He started it, because he did the first off, he sent all the jobs over. He gave them incentives to send the jobs in China,
right?
And then they around that time they were talking about people who were black people were not getting houses, and they said that was discrimination. So they loosened up the requirements to get houses. So they was out there like Oprah, like you get a house, you get a house, you get a house.
No, man.
Nobody reading contracts. They giving variable rates. One day your house is $500. Next month is $2,005. You're like, I can't pay this.
Man.
And the same thing that happened in 2008. That's what happened in 1920 or whatever when they had the crash. That was just on stocks. But it was the same thing. They wasn't governing it. So they was getting loans and they was putting it on the stocks and they wasn't paying them loans back. Same thing with the houses. They getting a loan for the houses, but they wasn't paying the houses back. And then all of a sudden there was all these developments everywhere. Remember, it was just a housing boom. Everybody buying houses. Then They couldn't even sell the houses to anybody.
Now, do you ever see those areas that I think they were like military housing? Like, there's like ghost villages and stuff like that, ghost town. There was one, I think it was in Texas or something like that. It used to be a military village, and then I think they found out there were like mining craters or whatever. There was something wrong with the ground, and everybody was just gone. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this dude, he was doing a video on one. I was like, wow, that's interesting. You just look at this town, it's just empty. You see all these houses, you see stores.
That's interesting. But well, right now, America is for sale. And one person that actually said that was Jeezy. I mean, I said Jeezy. I'm about to say Jesus. Kanye West, man. Did you watch that documentary that's on Netflix? You watch that?
I didn't catch the other two. Is it really? Is it good?
Well, I didn't catch the last one. I mean, I watched a little bit of it, but the first two was the captivating videos, man. What's your thoughts on Kanye on these documentaries?
So I only saw the first one, and that's the one where it talks about the guy taking a chance at documenting Kanye from not necessarily the beginning, but there's a point where he got in because he saw that this guy's serious about doing what he wants to do, is being a artist rather than just a producer. But it's inspirational. It talks about how don't give up. A lot of people out here, they complain about not getting opportunities or not getting the things that they want or not making the money that they make. But, it says it, you got to ask to receive, knock, keep on knocking. He was going up and I don't know. I'm not going to tell the whole thing.
No, we're going to tell it. I mean, come on, it's a spoiler alert. Just talk. Go ahead, man.
He got up in the Rockefeller office. He over there playing his music. He bobbing his head. You can listen to him.
What I would say, man, shout out to strong mothers who believe in their kids, man. Because she had the ultimate belief in his brother, man. I remember one part of the movie, he asked, should I change or something? She said, no, keep being you. She knew all his lyrics, even when he forgot his lyrics.
She was saying one that he forgot. I was like, wow. And
man,
then he kind of caught up on it, but I'm like, wow.
Man, that's why it's very important. It's very important. Now, if you want to get on and talk about, if you saw the video or whatever you want to talk about, we just put the link down in the comments. Just click on the comments so you come on. But it's very important that the person that you with, you gotta have a strong wife, because they're the first person that's gonna train your kids up.
Right.
Look at her, how she believed in her. I think she was a teacher. I think how she believed in her son. And then you have these other women who got their kids on TikTok twerking and doing all these rap songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the difference. Like, he was very educated. He was very driven. I like the videos that they had when he was rapping at 10, 12 years old at cookouts and stuff like that. And just the passion that he had. And I like it was crazy, like what you were saying, when he went to Rockefeller Records and he's trying to go to office to office and they're playing him. He's rapping, he's like, they're laughing and joking off. I mean, look who got the last laugh, to be honest, man.
Right.
And how many people can do that? How many people can continue to get turned down over and over and over again, and you still just like going to the next, like, because you believe in yourself that much? Definitely loved his first 3 albums. Once his mother passed away from that surgery, that's another thing. She really shouldn't have had that surgery. That's why you gotta watch when some people got money, they feel like they're bigger than they act like they're gods, kind of. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at Michael Jackson, he died against other doctors' orders. He shouldn't have used that method to fall asleep.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he overcame that. I think Kobe Bryant, I think he must have told the guy, because the dude knows he's a helicopter pilot, man. You know what I mean?
He's the trainer.
And he probably said, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to turn that client down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that situation, Prince getting medication he shouldn't be getting, and she had the surgery where they said that she may have complications if she get the surgery done, and she did it anyway. And then the crazy part is, somebody was supposed to watch. I think was a family member was watching her.
Yeah. Well, even before that, they said that she was supposed to stay at the hospital. So they could keep an eye on her because she was at risk for a heart attack.
Man. Man.
She didn't want to be. And a family member was supposed to be watching her.
And I think I do like too, like you don't, it shows me that you don't always have to be in front of the room to make millions. Because who knows, this guy was going to record all this information and basically sell it to Netflix and make what let's say he made $30 million off of something that he's not a rapper, he's not he just did what he knew best, and he was able to be compensated handsomely for this.
Wow.
We see you in the queue, Jimmy. You want to bring him on?
Yeah. Jimmy Triple X.
You turn your TV down a little bit?
I just stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the hub off.
Yeah, man. I love that Kanye story, man. He just kept trying in the face of constant rejection. And out of all them suckers they had on Rockefeller, he the only one to survive. All them people they had on that Beanie Siegel. What was that kid, light-skinned kid named Petey Wheatstraw, whatever, state property, all them suckers, they gone. And the one that was like, no, man, we don't want you to rap. He the one that did it and kept on doing it and kept on doing it. But when a person runs into a great deal of resistance trying to get on, once they get on, they're not gonna let go. Like Rick Ross was like that. Rick Ross was like a scrub sleeping on Trick Daddy couch, trying to rap for so many years, man, so many years, getting nothing done. So when he popped on, not even 50 Cent could knock him loose. He was like, no, bro, I did too much to get this. No one's gonna knock me out of this. Kanye the same way.
Yeah, Kanye, that was great, man. Now, what about the part? I don't know if you saw the part where people from Chicago start hating on him.
Yeah.
So he was getting hate from New York, because New York is one of the biggest haters in the world. They hate everything, man. They hate your music. They hate everything. But then Chicago, the people he was coming up with, and they were showing them the ropes, teaching them certain skills. And he left them for a year, try to hustle, and then he started getting on. He got on Rockefeller, and they start hating on him. And that one of his buddies wrote a diss record about him and put it on the radio in Chicago. Remember that part?
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to get some haters in whatever you do. And then sometimes when people are small and they want to be big and you big, if they hate on you a little bit, then they can get them some attention too,
But he ain't like that. You remember he looked like he was really hurt. You remember that? Because that was his friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of success, man. I mean, shoot, man.
So when you lose his weight, I got a diss record for you already, so just be prepared.
Man, look, I'll tell my little story, I guess. I used to be a rep, and they used to say these calls is bad, and I made money. Then I became a supervisor, and it was like, you gonna change, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the calls still bad. They was bad when I was taking them. They bad now. You got to get that money if that's what you want to do. So when you come up, some people gonna hate on you, but you can't live your life for other people, man.
Hey, did somebody ever come up and you just hated on them?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't hate on people that come up.
Nobody.
Let me think of somebody who came up.
In college, when you was in the band or whatever, and somebody got a solo, or you wasn't hating?
Not that. Let me see. There's some people I hated on, but not because they came up.
What'd you hate on about?
Maybe they was getting more chicks than me, man. I felt I deserved them chicks, man. I don't know.
You say you deserved it?
Yeah, I deserve them chicks, man. Not them, man. But I mean, everybody got a little jealousy in them, but I try not to hate on people because what happens is, and everybody has seen this, if somebody that's like you make it despite the same excuses you using that to not make it, a part of you is going to hate them. If you let that part of you live, you'll never make it. So you
Hey
have to
man,
chill right
I
here.
got a hate story.
Sure, tell me.
I got a hate story.
I want to hear it.
I got clouds around me because I'm hating right now. So I'm in high school. I ain't gonna say the person's name. You know,
Say it.
I had no.
No,
You know who you are if you watch it.
this is a safe space.
You know who you watch if you are. But
It's not a safe space. It's the internet.
so I'm hooping, man. I'm hooping on JV. This was way back in the day, right? And I'm putting in work, man. I'm just, in the thing about our school, we have like my high school, very talented in football, but basketball, yeah, we all right. There was one person here or there decent. Anyway, so the players was already on the football team and they were going to the championship or something. So I'm balling. In my opinion, I'm balling in JV. I think I was 10th grade. So I'm killing, right? And they're letting me in the games. Now this is JV. They let me in. Then the football team get done, and they come back. So all the football teams there, and the dude, one of the dudes, he was on the team. He had my position, so I'm targeting him now, right? So I'm killing him in practice. I remember like they ended the practice. I stole the ball off and went coast, laid it up. Yeah, I'm like I knew I'm gonna get in this game, right? Man, don't you know they played this dude the whole game? I think I quit after that. I was like, man, I was hating on that dude. Man. I was hating so hard. I wanted to trip him when he was trying to get some Gatorade. Like, man. Anyway, that's my hating story. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh,
Man.
You know who you are.
Wow. But I always think about that. I like that Nas song, man. That you can hate me now from back in the 90s. Like that one line is like,
Will was the biggest hater in the 90s, man. You was the hater nation, huh? 90s, 2000. Yeah, y'all both trying to act like y'all don't be hating on. Come on, man. Y'all lying. That
one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
You lying, man.
I'm trying to think of somebody I hated on. I'm trying to think, man.
It wasn't me. I'll just say it's a person that I know. Okay. This person working at a job. Now this person, he's a hard worker. He's serious at what he does. But he's one of them people that moves up in the company, right? So he's light skinned too, just some context. So
that made you the greatest player of all time.
Good.
So his boss was like, yeah, I want you to do this stuff so you can move up, study this book or whatever to get the promotion. I want you to go out there, crack the whip a little. That's what the dude says. But he said around these black coworkers, you know how black coworkers are. They got jokes for days. Like they like crack the whip.
Man.
Oh man. So he was kind of feeling like, I don't know if I should take this promotion or not.
You take it?
Yeah, he did. But
dang, you was hating on him? You think you should have had it?
I mean, this is someone I always tell him he's sharp. He should have definitely did it, but he knows who he is.
man.
I got a hater story. I remember, and now I know now. I don't like Michael B. Jordan, man.
Why not?
You don't like him?
I don't like his attitude. He seems pretentious. I don't like his mustache. I don't like how they just keep putting him in so many movies and so many roles. Like he's just a bomb. Then he made that movie with Sylvester Stallone, and it happened to be a good movie. I'm like, man, out of all of
was you watching the movie with your girl and she was like,
man, if my girl says she like Michael B. Jordan, she be in trouble with me, dog. That's how bad I hate him. She know if she likes him, she better not say nothing. Or we getting a divorce. Out of all the niggas in the world you can love, don't like that nigga there.
She's like, can you rewind that one part with
Okay. All right. Pack your stuff.
Hey, you ever walk in the house and she's like, girl, Michael B. You get quiet when you walk in. I understand, man. I want to. I understand. We have to talk about that another time. We go, but
Can't stand Michael B. Jordan, man.
yeah, you like him on the wire, or you don't like him because he got all these muscles now for that movie.
No, when he was young, he was cool. But
He was in The
seemed
Threat.
It just seemed like they just Hollywood just love him so much, right? Just keep putting more and more movies. And
And
then
they
I
always
love
got it. They
Sylvester
always got him.
Stallone, right?
They were like, they have him in the script like, all right, this part we want you to take your shirt off. Like, why you always got his shirt off in every movie?
It's not that part. It's just like then when he made this movie with Stallone, I was like, man, that's my idol. You can't make a movie with him, man. I hate you.
Wow.
You
Man,
know you know he was on this one great movie, Space Jam.
He was in that movie.
But that movie,
Don't have your kids watch it. She'll be like, I want to be Michael B. Jordan.
that movie was trash.
Yeah, it was. It was. Dude, didn't he get a
Which
Razzie
one?
for it? Space Jam.
Which movie?
Space Jam.
Oh man, I enjoy Space Jam. You
The second
talking
one?
about the one with LeBron or the one with Jordan?
LeBron.
Oh no, I didn't even look at that, dog.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's in it, man.
Oh, okay. That's
He got a
good,
brief
man.
cameo.
Deteriorate his reputation, man. That's good, man. It wasn't
Yeah,
good.
so-
It wasn't good.
Well, I guess it's subjective, but I didn't like it.
Good, good, good. I'm glad you didn't like
Yeah.
it. Makes me feel
So,
good.
do you think Kanye's crazy?
Yes.
Really? Why? Why do you say that?
I think the only thing that was keeping him grounded on earth was his mom. And when she died, he lost it. I think that he can't really reconcile gaining all that wealth and then losing his mom like that. That can't go together, man. So I think he lost it.
All right. Do you think he should go back to black women? Do you think he should get a black sister?
Man, that man need to get who make him happy, man. What
No, no,
the
no,
hell?
no, 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 no. Don't be general over here. Pick one. Do you think he should get a black sister? Do you think
Man,
the white woman messed him up?
let me tell you something. I ain't gonna never tell a man what to do with his business, dog.
All right, Rob. Let's meet this guy. William. Do you think he should get a black woman?
That's a good. You must be talking to Will Thomas.
Hey, your name is Jimmy. I'm talking to
Go ahead,
Will.
Will Thomas.
Jimmy. But I mean, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Here's
Wait,
one.
wait. Before you go into your explanation, we just discussed it's important to have strong, certain women around you that will either let you, elevate or subtract from you, right?
Mhm.
Go.
I don't think that comes in a color. But,
What?
But the
That's not
problem.
what you said the other day, but go ahead. I'm just joking.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
just joking.
on the definition we're using for strong. But yeah, that's another conversation. But no, I think he needs God first, but he needs as far as if he gets a woman, he needs a woman that's.
So if he get a woman with a hair hat, you don't think that would be a problem?
Here's the problem. He needs a woman that's willing to help him build the kingdom. They already had their own thing before he came into the picture. They're building their kingdom.
So black women help you build the kingdom?
Whatever woman will help
No,
him.
no. I'm asking you something. Do black women help you build the kingdom?
There are some.
Some, not all.
There are some. I mean, there's.
So then, if this is the case, then why is there 25% of black women married? Then
it's a challenge that's going
what's
on.
the challenge? Being with a black woman?
No, the challenge is the mindset in regards to family. I don't.
Okay, so you're saying black women don't have mindset for family?
I think that there are a lot of women who have the same mindset as the Kardashians, but don't have the money that the Kardashians have.
So what you're saying is better to have the person with the bag. Is that what you're saying? I'm just messing with you.
Choose a man. I'm just saying. You know,
I'm just messing with you.
I'm just saying. A lot of people they watch these shows and stuff. They watching Kardashians. They watching the
So
Housewives.
you okay with Michael B. Jordan being with Harvey, Lori Harvey, after she ran through Future and all them other people?
Oh, he can be with whoever he want to be with.
Okay, good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all some punks, man.
No, man. You can't tell that man who to be with, man.
we gonna have to act like I'm in this car. We gonna talk for real. Jimmy gonna be like, man, that B, man.
You can't tell that man to be with nobody, man. That's up to him, man.
All right.
You lying. All right, well, we're gonna sign off and
I'm gonna fake it like, all right. He gonna show his face on here and everything, huh? See, Jimmy's a big fat white man. Y'all don't know this. The public don't know.
Man, I need to get a picture of a big fat white man and put on this avatar. Then y'all will see.
He's a big fat white dude that like black women.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
And Indian women. But anyway. Oh man, that was funny. I'm just messing with everybody. We might even delete this part. I'm just having some fun.
Man.
Oh man, you gotta be hot in here, man. I gotta turn it.
Said he got in him.
Y'all so stuck up the butt with a stick, man. Yeah. Whatever she like. Whatever he wants to do. I'm like, man, come on, man. It's a show.
Whatever he want to do, man. That's his life.
It's a show, man. Come on, man. Get entertained.
Hey man, I think if he like white meat, he should get white meat, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Jimmy. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you drive.
Maybe he like pink toes, man. Maybe he like, blonde drapes and blonde carpet. I don't know, man. That's what he like. He should get that, man. Because you got to live for yourself, man. If that's what you want.
Okay, so we know now that Jimmy, he hates Michael B. Jordan.
That's right.
Had a B in the middle. You don't hate Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, because he's getting all the hoes. All the women love him, and he getting all the roles.
Yeah, he just keep getting all these roles, man. It's just not that good.
So you don't want black people to progress.
What do you mean he's not that good?
He just ain't all that, man. I mean, he okay, but like.
I ain't a big Michael B. Jordan fan.
He did really good in Black Panther, man.
He did all right. But that's one of them roles where, I'm glad you brought that up. Now you go see the hate. See, I mean, did he have to play it like that, man? Just throw me in the ocean like my ancestors who wanted to die because they didn't want to be. Man, they don't take all that, brother.
I mean, how did you want him to say it? Did you want him to have like an English?
I didn't want him to say it. I wanted somebody else to say it. I don't like that nigga. I don't like him.
So you wanted Morgan Freeman to say it? Because he gets
anybody else.
What, you wanted Samuel Jackson to say it? He gets all the roles.
That would have been great. Samuel L. Jackson would have been great.
Or Will Smith. He's Will Smith in every movie. I'm sorry, hating on Will. He's Will Smith on every movie.
Man, Samuel L. Jackson would have been excellent in Black Panther. They would have been like, "Who are you, motherfucker? I'm Killjoy. That's who I am."
Man,
that would have been perfect.
Black Panther. Did you like Creed? Did you like him in Creed?
I liked the movie Creed. I did not like him.
He did good in that one part in the second when I think his kid died or something. He was crying. That was pretty good.
I tell you what, if I didn't hate him so much, I would say he did a good job in the movie. But I'm unable to acknowledge the goodness he did because I don't like him.
You're right. You really a hater.
I
am. Facts. Man, who I hate is a artist. I have to think about that. Actors, I hate when T.I. I don't hate T.I., but I hate when T.I. acts. Everything sounds like he's from down south.
But that's where he's from.
Can you imagine him playing Simba?
Wow.
I mean, because I'm thinking like when Beyonce played, man, she ruined that movie for me, man.
Hey man, I love Beyonce. She a terrible actor, dog.
She is like, oh man, she ruined that movie for me, man.
She ruined every movie, man. But she was cute in Austin Powers, though.
She almost ruined Dreamgirls, man. She thought
She was good in that.
she just knew she was gonna get the Oscar in that thing until Jennifer Hudson blew her out the water.
Wow.
That's when I realized she couldn't really sing. When they sang on the track, that's when I realized she's just like a studio singer. My opinion.
Little Beyonce.
Yeah, man. But any last words, Jesse? I mean, I said Jesse. I was gonna call you Jesse Smollett.
Man, what's
You
wrong
should
with
put
that
your
boy
name
right
Jesse.
there?
You about to get locked up, right?
The
He
hater,
about to get locked up
hate crime maker.
for a fake hate crime. He said he was Tupac, man. I don't think he tough enough at what he do to be Tupac level.
Did he say he was Tupac?
Remember he said he was Tupac?
I did like him on that show though. He was pretty good on what was that show? Empire.
Empire.
Yeah.
They had a good like 3-4 seasons. I was watching. They start getting a little extra. But he did all right on there.
Hey man, he said he was the Tupac, man.
Hey man, look, when you do a crime, do not write a check. That's all I got to say. Come on, man, you faking the crime, man. Don't write a check, bro. He licked the part of the pen too. Like,
Dang,
well, you can
man.
trace it, man.
Why did he just go to the ATM and get the money out, dog?
You would think. Man, nobody, even liberals didn't believe that story. They're like, come on, man. 2 black dudes beat you up after you bought a sandwich at 2 a.m. in the morning. Come on, man. Get out of here, dog.
First of all, sir, what were you doing at Subway at 2 a.m., sir?
Subway. They
Yeah,
got
well, I was
fresh
trying.
meat. Fresh.
He was like, I was trying to get the steak and cheese. Okay, he was trying to get the steak and cheese. And then what happened, sir? Man,
And
these
it was
two
like
red-
9 below. They was like, oh, this is fake news. Even they knew it. Even they
So,
knew
sir,
that.
what you're telling me is after you got your Subway sandwich, they said, there's that Empire Negro, and they beat you up. Is that what you're saying, sir?
And them Nigerians ain't want no smoke in jail. They told everything. They was like, that's my ex-boyfriend. I was like, dang.
Hey,
That was crazy, man.
they said, remember he said, this is MAGA country.
You know, I think Kamala had something to do with that. Because you remember she was taking pictures with him and all that, and he probably was like, there's something going on with that. I remember we never played a video about it, but I think he
Hey, man,
was
if
definitely
Kamala got
connected.
something to do with that, she a disgrace, man.
Because she was all stuttering when they asked her.
I don't know Jesse Smollett personally. No.
Can you find that video, Will? Or just see if you can find it real quick before we go. Man, she had something to do with that. He was all with the campaign, you know. Yeah, man, that's funny. Did you watch Batman, Jimmy?
Not yet, man.
Oh, okay,
I don't know. I watched it on my app, so I couldn't really see it.
okay.
I liked what I saw.
What app, sir?
Oh, I got this app you can watch TV on.
Who won that? Let us know. You're going to share, right?
Yeah, I guess my barber got it for me.
Let me see.
You see anything? Yeah,
I see 2 of them. I don't know which.
it's like a crowd of people around her, and they're asking her question.
Let me see if this. I'm gonna just fast forward a little.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event with new cars arriving daily. Now,
Let's turn that sound off there. Oh man, this is gold.
Shit. She was stuttering on that thing. She's like,
Go.
with me?
Senator Harris released a statement about this after being asked repeatedly.
See the video?
Like most of you, I've seen the reports about Jesse.
1 second. I got you. Get that up there.
Man, I'm watching, keeping my eye on the Lakers, man. They just lost. All right, there we go.
Smollett, and I'm sad, frustrated, and disappointed. When anyone makes false claims to police, it not only diverts resources away from serious investigations, but it makes it more difficult for other victims of crime to come forward. At the same time, we must speak the truth. Hate crimes are on the rise in America. Part of the tragedy of this situation is that it distracts from that truth and has been seen.
But that's after her publicist got to it. Let me see.
They probably took it down. Yeah, they probably took it. It was during her campaign, and they asked her. She was like looking all crazy. That ain't it.
It ain't that one.
Nah. Well, we'll get on the next show, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But all right, Jimmy, man. You want to leave us on anything, man?
Hey, man, y'all just be good, man. Get your money, man. You know what I'm saying? And go, baby, go.
Well, stay on, Jimmy. We're gonna end the show real quick. All right, it's so Jimmy.
What a way women at. But all right, Jimmy. We're trying to get you to slip up. We're trying to get him to slip, man. Jimmy trying to act like he so proper, huh?
He gets on here, says all the proper things,
mm-hmm.
Everything right, lie down south, what they do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, definitely, man. If you support the channel, hit us up with the Cash App, TNJ Radio. If you love what you're hearing, support. Definitely want to play one of our sponsors real quick. Here we go, right here. Check out one of our sponsors, afjcworldwide.com. That is afjcworldwide.com for our latest apparel, homeware, and drinkware. Definitely get a shirt for your husband, wife, doesn't matter. Again, check out afjcworldwide.com. Yeah. All right, man. We out. Definitely have a good week. And check out our videos that we usually play during the week. We appreciate everybody following us. And we're out.